pain. I just don't know from day to day. Multiple sclerosis is one of these diseases where is very hard to tell. It's an autoimmune disease, and it's very hard to tell. And I like to tell people, listen to your body when you have the numbness, the tingleness, um, the drop foot, the vertigo. Yes, vertigo is a sign of multiple sclerosis. These are signs that you should be looking and listening to your body. You should be communicating with your doctor.
Now listen, because some of these symptoms, y'all, you know how you start hearing things and you feel like you can relate to it. Like, I have a little tingling. I have vertigo. And I feel like I got vertigo. Like maybe I need to go. And I'm laughing, but because some of these things we need to talk about, because a lot of times and oftentimes we dismiss it for something else.
No, you're right. Because I was telling her earlier, like I've had that numbness in my arm before, and that tingling in my hand before, and I knock it off to, I slept on it wrong, or I did this, I did that. Now she got me thinking like,
maybe I need to. So are there tests that you take or that you ask for? Because I know when you go to the doctor, when you get a physical, they only give you like a general kind of physical, certain things that you have to specifically ask for. I want you to check for this or that. Or is it certain key things that you should be telling your doctor, like them little key points, like I'm having a little numbness or.
And you hit it right. There is actually no type of test to say, I think it may be MS. You actually have to tell your doctor that you have vertigo, you have numbness, you have drop foot, or I'm losing my vision.
What is drop foot?
Drop when you it's almost like when you drag your foot, it's like really heavy.
Okay.
So a lot of people with MS, they get that. Normally you have to have several symptoms in order for them to do a test. And when they do a test, I'm gonna give you an example. When I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I started losing my vision. I brushed it off. I can't see. I'm going to the eye doctor. I just left it like that. I went to the eye doctor. They sent me to an ophthalmologist. When they sent me to the ophthalmologist, he said, you may have optic neuritis. I didn't know what that was. It's the scarring of the nerve behind your eye. It caused me to lose my vision in my eye. And at that point, they sent me to the neurologist. She immediately, because it's inflammation around the nerve, basically, that's what it is. And they gave me steroids. And when they gave me the steroids, it brought the inflammation down. A few months later, I regained my sight back. But when all this happened, she said, we need to test you. They did an MRI. They did a spinal tap. They did blood work. But they wasn't just looking for MS. She said, we're going to check you for lupus. She checked me for a lot of autoimmune diseases because MS is an autoimmune disease.
And it can be described, or because all of the symptoms are so similar.
Like RA,
rheumatoid
arthritis.
To pinpoint, how long have you been knowingly living with MS?
I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2007.
However,
I had it before then. The average.
That's why I say living with knowing.
Right, knowing. I've been knowing since 2007. I probably had it in my early 20s and did not know it because at that time I had vertigo, really, really bad. Vertigo it can be bad enough where the room is actually spinning. You can't walk. You're throwing up. These are signs that you need to be watching. Like, okay, it's a reason why I have vertigo, but what is it? But I didn't know anything about it. After I had my son, I got vertigo again, but it brought it out. And then like a few years later after that, that's when I started losing my sight. So actually stress brings out multiple sclerosis.
Okay, stop.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
that need to be paused for a moment.
Yeah.
Because stress brings on so many issues and diseases in your body. I'm telling you all, we've been talking about it for the longest. We talked about going to counseling. We're talking about getting help physically and mentally for yourself, because you don't realize when you are stressed, your whole body is tense and is up under attack.
Yes.
Because now it's like it's a fight going on. And it brings out a whole lot of ugliness because that's what fights do, right?
Yes.
It don't be a happy fight. You know what I'm saying? Bring out a lot of ugliness in your body. Inflammation. It locks up your bones. It does a whole lot. So when she said stress,
yes,
that's why I said just pause for a minute, because y'all, we got to stop it. We see a lot of angry people. Why are you
yes.
on
Why
mad
you so
in the
mad?
morning?
Right.
And you have to listen to your body. You have to listen to your body. You have to know your body, because you may think, oh, I worked today, I'm tired. Okay, is it a tired where I'm tired, I'm gonna lay down and get back up? Or is it a fatigue tired where you ever been so tired where you cannot move your body? That is how people with multiple sclerosis, that's our fatigue. And you have to know your body. These are things that you need to be telling your doctor about. And I was just talking about this upstairs. You have to have a communication with your doctor. Your doctor should be your best friend, because they have ways of finding out early now, due to the MRIs machines that they have now, if you have it. But it's up to you to tell your doctor what is wrong. And I don't mean to change the subject or anything like that, but as far as multiple sclerosis, it's so many resources that's out here. Never say because you have commercial insurance or state insurance or no insurance at all that you don't need to go to the doctor. You need to go to the doctor, get it checked out, establish a neurologist, and at that point, you move forward with going to MS groups, going and finding out the resources, reading about the resources. People with multiple sclerosis, I want you to know, the resources are out here. If you open up your mouth and you ask and you read about it. And I'm not telling you something just what I read. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. And I hate to say this, and I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but it's more resources out here for a person with MS than with the big C. And yes, and that's the truth. Multiple sclerosis is a debilitating disease. There's no cure for the disease. If you do not know, do your research. It is hitting African Americans in Detroit with a vengeance. And I'm not saying
do you why though? Like,
they don't know why. It has a lot to do with, if most people that have multiple sclerosis live in the northern hemisphere, meaning we don't get a lot of sunlight. We don't get a lot of vitamin D.
And they keep saying that every time you go to the doctor,
vitamin D,
it's a vitamin D deficiency.
Yes.
Vitamin D deficiency.
Yes, it's a vitamin D deficiency. We don't get enough of that. But I remember a doctor.
We don't go outside anymore. We don't sit outside. We don't walk to the store anymore. We don't do any of that anymore.
None of that.
Everybody's scared.
Stop and listen, y'all. Listen.
Yes.
We do this show for a reason. I mean, we have fun, but we try to give you information that you really can take and understand and give you things that you don't really think about. Like we don't go outside anymore.
No, we don't. We just don't. And if a person in the South, it's very rare to find a person in the Southern Hemisphere with MS. They get enough vitamin D. If a person in the Southern Hemisphere has MS, that means they lived in the North,
right?
Some point in time in their life. And we as a people, we need to come together as a community and read about MS, understand it. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna make a long story short. I was in another state. I met a young lady. She was in her late 30s, going into her early 40s. Now, mind you, she said that she had vertigo, overlooked it, never said nothing, had her first child. Still had vertigo, never said nothing, overlooked it. Had her second child. Mind you, pregnancy is a stress on the body. That's a stress on the body. When she had her second child, she started walking with a cane. Told the doctor sent her to a neurologist, and she ended up finding out she had multiple sclerosis. Never did nothing about it. Never took a treatment, never did nothing. By the time the doctor told her, before you have another child, I would like to talk to you about that so that we can take you off the medicine and watch you while you go through your pregnancy. She didn't do it. She had a third child. She went from vertigo to a cane with the first, with the second to a walker. With the third, she went in a wheelchair. She's in a wheelchair right now with 4 kids. I think she's like 41, 42 years old. You have to listen to your body. It is so, let me tell you something. There are 16 treatments out here, and there are infusions. There are, you can get shots, injections, or you can get a pill. There's no way a person out here, if you have multiple sclerosis, should be without a treatment. It does not cure. It slows the disability progression down, and it slows the lesions down. Now,
because that's what someone just said. You have lesions on the brain.
Yes, you have. Yes, you like me. You have
Little Von Slay.
Lily
Von.
Sister,
okay. Oh, she just said the doctor just prescribed her with a high dosage of vitamin D.
Yeah.
How come they not coming up on my feed? I'm mad now.
I'm not for sure, but it's important to know what multiple sclerosis is, what it attacks, because anything that attacks your central nervous system, to me, is bad. It's a possibility I could wake up tomorrow and I have a lesion on my spine. I could wake up tomorrow and that lesion is active and I may not be able to walk. But if we as a people don't know what it is and we don't understand what it is, we need to know what it is. I'm going to be honest, my concern is with anybody with MS, but it's that age group from 21 to 40 and our men, not just Black men. Every male that I've met with MS are in wheelchairs. They either walking on a walker or they're in a wheelchair.
You know, I'm thinking about it. That's what Richard Pryor had. Pryor had MS.
Yes. He had it bad.
He had it real bad. He was in a wheelchair.
Lola Falana.
Yep.
Lola Falana had MS. You know, Lola Falana was a dancer. She was a beautiful dancer. She got MS. She couldn't walk for years. One day she woke up and she could walk.
Oh, wow.
You see what I'm saying? That's how MS does you. One day you're fine, one day you're not. You may have a lesion or you get overheated. That's another thing we need to talk about. Summertime is coming, you guys. If you have MS, do not be out in the heat. If you need an air conditioner, if you need a cooling vest, whatever you may need.
What's a cooling vest?
Okay, let me tell you. The National MS Society and the National MS Foundation, they have these vests we can wear. I have one. You put the vest on, you put the freezer packs in the freezer, and you stuff them inside your jacket. They have the cooling hats. They have the neck. They have it for your wrist, because we have to stay cool. Because in the middle of the summer, I'll probably be walking with my cane. I know I will in the summertime, because I don't tolerate heat well, but I love the heat. And these are things that we should know, because the resources are out there. If you need it, let me give you guys my phone number. My name is Vicki White. Contact me at 313-829-2894. Or if you don't want to talk, text me. I deal with text too. Or victoriouswithvicky@gmail.com if you need to know about any resources, a recumbent bike. And exercise is important, as long as you don't overdo it, because we have to keep those muscles and those joints in order. If it's just like anything else, you don't use it, you'll lose it.
I'm reading her feed and y'all feed. Y'all watching the watch party. Y'all feed got way more stuff going on in my feed.
So what kind of is yoga really good for that?
Yoga is good. There's a young lady by the name of Mindy. She be at Henry Ford, Southfield, Farmington. Her mom passed away from MS. You can take a yoga class for free. For free. You don't have to pay anything, because they want us to exercise. And these are things that we need to be doing anyway. I need to be doing. I don't do what I'm supposed to do. I don't really have the time to do the yoga, but I know that I need to do it. MS will put you in a way where either you're going to accept it or you're not going to accept it. 5 years ago, I made the decision to accept my illness because it's an uncurable disease. But now that I've accepted, what am I going to do with it? I'm gonna help somebody else.
Because Vicky do not sit down.
No,
she do not
I
stay
don't.
still,
And listen,
and she's always somewhere.
Yeah.
people don't realize your body does what your brain tells it to do.
Absolutely.
If you tell your body you sick, your body will be like, okay, I'm sick. And your mental state can be worse than your physical state.
Mm-hmm.
Your mental state can kill your physical health for sure.
For sure.
And I'm glad you mentioned that.
For sure.
I'm working on something right now. One of the number one things with multiple sclerosis is depression.
Mm.
Let me tell you, depression is real.
Super real.
It is real. I've been through it. When I first was diagnosed, and I'm not ashamed to say it, when I first was diagnosed, I was depressed because all I knew was Montel Williams. That's all I knew about. I didn't know nobody else.
Right.
I got so depressed. I isolated myself. I didn't want to be around nobody. And some other things happened. I got the help I needed. But it was accepting it, the help, to get the help. Mm-hmm. Because if I hadn't got the help, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. Mm-hmm. And also, you guys, a support group. Whether it be your friends, your family, it could be me. I'll talk to you.
Or some strangers you don't even know.
It could be me. There's so many support groups out here. Now, Detroit no longer have a support group. They have one in Dearborn. That's another topic.
So I was just going to say,
that's another topic.
Maybe we need to start the Detroit chapter back up.
I actually got approved for one, but I couldn't do it and be an ambassador for Abagio. So I couldn't do it. I got approved for it and everything. So, but anyway, if you have multiple sclerosis, you can get in touch with me and I'll give you the information. There's a meeting tomorrow at Mario's down in Midtown. These are meetings that are free to you, your family, your close friends, your caregivers. You go down there, they serve you dinner, you don't pay for anything. You listen to a neurologist talk about MS, explain MS to you, and also ambassador will come and tell you their story about MS and the medication. Now, it's 16 different medications out here, so it's 16 different places you can go to these meetings, and they're free. If you want to go just to learn about it, go to Bagio.com and sign up for it just to learn about it. Because if you guys don't go to these MS meetings, the government is going to stop it down.
Absolutely,
it's going. They're going to stop.
They feel like you don't need it.
They feel like you don't need it because ain't nobody going. Because ain't nobody going.
Exactly.
Let me get a couple shots out. What's up, Mo? What's up, Keith? What's up, Achilles? How you doing? Angela says she's been dealing with RA for the last 5 years, and yes, it's days she cannot move her body. Mm-hmm. She says the pain is real, and it's also an autoimmune disease with no cure. Mm-hmm. What's up, Donald, Mr. Goodson? Thank you for tuning in, Mr. Major, Miss Miranda. Hi, Jessica Jones. How are you, darling? Yeah, because I figured it out. You guys are watching her watch party, and I'm watching the cocktail feed.
Oh, okay, that's what.
But I'm on my own page.
But you watching her watch party.
Yeah, right.
I didn't know it.
Yeah,
okay.
That's why it came up like it came up.
Yeah, because I'm like, why?
I'm glad you said what the young lady said about rheumatoid arthritis.
That's my sister.
That's your sister. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. A person with an autoimmune disease like me, I have MS, autoimmune, because I have MS. I have rheumatoid arthritis, and she's not. It hurts.
Yeah,
it really, really hurt. But she listened to her body, and
now that's another good question. Like we were saying earlier, how some of the symptoms are a lot of lupus, RA, and multiple sclerosis. They all kind of share the same similarities. Mm-hmm. Is it anywhere written or proven? And I'm not asking your professional opinion because I know you're not a doctor,
right?
But are they related? Like, does one lead to another? Have there been any cases or anybody heard of any studies where you might have had RA and ended up with lupus or ended up with MS?
I think that's why they call it
studying it.
Yeah, and I think that because it's nothing specific right now.
Right.
So, but that's why they call it. They all looped it up under the autoimmune deficiency because that's what all of them are. And I think because they're like different variations that's
Mm-hmm.
just like different. Their
Mhm.
RA is a little bit different, but to me, if you start reading it like I did, it's like maybe one or two things that are different, but for the most part, all of them are the same.
Right.
The effects and the disability, the debilitating part of it are all the same.
Exactly, they're all the same.
Yeah,
and that's another thing in our community. I'll say we don't know enough information.
we don't want to read.
We don't ask information. We don't want to read because I'm the kind of
I want to
person.
read these comments.
I read and I'm the kind of person, whatever I know, I'm going to help you. If anybody out there has multiple sclerosis, you want to talk, you want to know resources, because I'm going to tell you something. The resources are out here. Do not say, I'm going to give you an example.
Talk about your
I take Aubagio. Aubagio is the medicine for my multiple sclerosis. Aubagio for 28 pills, and it's the honest truth, is $5,200 a month for 28 pills. I have commercial insurance through my husband's job. They didn't cover $200 of it. And I'm like, okay, that's a lot of money a month. You know, it may not seem like a lot, but when you have other medications that you got to get to, that's a lot of money. So there's a resource out here called MS 1-to-1. You do not have to be on Aubagio to call MS 1-to-1. You could be on any medication 24 hours a day, whether it be you, because you got a friend with MS, or you just want to know a question. They help me, and I have a zero copay because of them. It has nothing to do with how much money you make, how much little money you make, or no money at all. It don't matter. They want you on a therapy, and it's very, very important. And also, anybody that MS 1-to-1, if you contact me, I'll get you the number and you can talk to them. Like I said, you don't have to be on the treatment that I'm on. You could be on any treatment and they will help you. They will talk to you. If you do not have insurance, don't worry about it. They're going to get you on some insurance.
Okay. I got Lily said a couple of things. I like Lily already.
Yeah,
Lily says first talk about the memory. Like maybe there's memory loss or something. And wait, let me finish before you get to that. That's her first question. Her second question is, does THC help with MS at all?
That was and all right, Lily. You speak. I was getting ready to ask that.
Right. So Lily, I like you, girl. Hey, girl.
Yeah. Okay.
Go shoot.
Okay. Let me start off by saying, a person with MS, yes, they do have cognitive issues. I have cognitive issues. I forget everything. I have to write it down. I used to think it was old. Some of it is old age, but some of it is not, because where the lesions are in my brain, I have black holes. And when you have black holes in your brain, your memory, you lose a lot of your memory. So that's what I have. Now, to the THC.
I like the way she said that.
Spill the tea on the THC.
I'm going to go back a year ago. A year ago, put it this way, a person with multiple sclerosis can get just about any pain pill they want. And that's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But it was making me sleep all day. And I was like, well, I'm tired of sleeping all day. I can't do this.
The THC, you mean?
No.
The pain pills. I'm going to get to that in a minute. I'm going to tell you why I started doing it. So one day, for a whole week, I didn't take no pain pills. And I said, okay, I'm hurting, but I'm going to fight through it. The next week, I smoked for 3 days. The following week, I didn't smoke at all. I didn't want a pill. Ever since that last year, I smoked 4 days a week. But it helps with my pain.
Say it.
A lot of people think people out here and they smoke just to smoke. No, I smoke because I be in pain and it helps.
But I don't think
pain.
nowadays, I don't think that's the case anymore.
No,
back in the day, yes.
Yeah.
But nowadays, because it's so many, it's a lot of advocates out here advocating for the medicinal, for the pain part, what I'm trying to say, the pain, when it helps the pain. And it's a lot of advocates out here that are advocating, like, it's not the high part of it. It's because it minimizes my pain and my level of pain. And some of these level of pains are very high. And instead of doing all these drugs that are actually killing your system, they rather do the THC because it's not, and it's literally, and it's a known fact that it honestly helps the situation.
My boss just told me he don't even
you can't say that anymore.
He's like, look, my boy gave me some cannabinoid oil. He was like, my boy gave me some of that oil. He said, I put some of that cannabis oil on my back. He was like, that shit went away. He said, I gave my mama some. I gave my other brother some. I gave my sister-in-law some. He said, look, I'm going to get me a medical marijuana. My boss, old white dude, was straight up there. I was like, look, that shit helps.
You have your liver for long. You have your kidneys for longer.
Yes.
You have your entire body. You can have for a much longer time. And this research out here, and this known factor research that the THC
it works.
Honestly works.
It works.
It does. That's how come I commend Antoinette Jameson for what she did.
For what she did?
Yes.
Opening her
she did. She had multiple sclerosis. She stood behind what she believed in.
Wholeheartedly.
Yes. Anytime
she put her ass on the line. Yeah, she put her ass on
the line. She really did.
That's what she did.
And not only that, did y'all know she had the National MS Society behind her? She's an ambassador for the National MS Society.
Did not know that.
Yes, she is. So what she did was, I commend her for that. Was I afraid? I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. But then a couple of my MS friends was like, well, Vicky, just try it. I tried it.
I'm glad you did.
I went to my neurologist
all them
today.
Pills is just not good for
I went to my neurologist today, and I told her, she said, did you need some more pain pills? I said, no, it's in my record. I don't take pain pills no more. And I did it because of me personally. One, I didn't want to get addicted because you study popping pills, but it make you sleep all day long. And that's what people have to understand. Don't go by what somebody else say or what somebody else do. You have to make the decision yourself.
And you have to know. Listen, I'm going to tell you, when I was in the hospital, the one thing they told me was the fact that you knew your body is the reason why you're here.
Yes. And
when Vicky say, know your body, listen to it, because your body have a conversation with you before you can have a conversation with anybody. It start giving you little telltale signs of everything.
I am laughing at these conversations that these people on these. Look, I'm reading all the feeds and I'm sitting here.
He took my phone.
I took her phone too, because all of it right here. I'm gonna assume that, okay, I know Lily your sister, so Teresa must be your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because listen, Lily gonna say, Teresa, get your friend. And then Lily said there are real medical reasons for THC. You are so right. And then Teresa gonna say, laugh my butt off, Lily. You see how she got excited when it came time to talk about THC? Like she got real light.
She ain't by herself, because we all got excited.
Right. Yeah. Angela says, oh my God, yes, Vicky, speak on it. I've had both my knees replaced. My right hip done in November 18 and November 7th. June 17th. I'll be getting the left hip done. Oh, this year. Damn.
Yes.
My bones are deteriorating and will becoming crippled. Wow.
Like I watch my sister hand. Like today, her hand is fine. She can do her granddaughter's hair. And then I'll call her on the phone and she'd be like, sis, like, what's wrong? Like, I can't even open my hands. And sometimes I have to go over there, clean her bathroom or what have you. Because my sister is a clean person. But then now she's depressed because now I can't get over there all the time. I'm working all the time. I have a child that football and school and grandchild I'm raising and And then she was like, now I'm sitting around here. I can't move. I can't do what I want to do. Some days my hands is free. Some days I'm not. Some days it's restricted. I'm watching my house go down. I'm looking at my kitchen not being cleaned the way I want to. My bathroom, I go in the bathroom, is not being clean. I can't keep asking you. I'm dealing with my own health issues, what have you. So certain days I come home, I'm sleepy, and some days I go to sleep in my clothes. I just lay in the bed like I'm that exhausted, so I can't do nothing. I'm talking about my dishes, my house. I'm looking at my bathroom nasty, and I'm not a nasty person at all. But I'm watching these things go on because my body is still healing within itself. So she said, "Now I can't ask you," but then I'm looking like, "Oh my God." So when you hear about these people with these issues, you don't think about all the personal things that they go through, all the things that if you was once this cleanly person, you go over like, look at Vicky house, you know, like, but then if you know Vicky, there you go. That's all I'm saying. You don't know.
You touched on a good subject because I had went a few years ago and I had talked to my doctor and I just told her, I said, look, I don't do what I used to do. I don't do what I used to do no more. I said, I mop my kitchen floor and I mop my dining room floor. I said, by the time I do that,
somebody have to do.
Because I'm like, somebody right. When the dog, they don't bark for no reason. Like my son already been up there, but anyway.
And she told me, Vicky, what you can do, you do it. You have to do things in moderation. Literally, when I clean up, I clean the kitchen up. I sit down for 20, 30 minutes.
There you go.
Go do the dining room. And another thing, too, people with MS, depending on how severe your MS is, they will help you get a housekeeper.
Somebody to do that.
They will have somebody come out. Look, let me tell y'all something.
So is it a program for that? Is something that they can call for that? Is it numbers that they can...
Anything, your first resources should be the National MS Society. That's the first. Second, the MS Foundation. They can help you with everything. And they want you to have a computer, a laptop. I got one. Because they want you to sign up for the meetings and the webinar.
When you said you got one, they provided that?
They gave it to me.
Listen, these people,
I tell you where to go.
Margina says, hey, y'all, she's so glad she tuned in tonight. She needed this. She says she hurts every day for many, many years. Oh my God. And more some days she can't move. She said she really tried the oils and thank you, Jesus. So
I know that's right.
She tried the oils and thank you, Jesus. Glenn says, hey, Vicky and Lynn.
Hey, baby.
My husband.
Oh, hey, husband.
Hey,
he not on y'all watch party. He on the show. He watching the actual show.
Hey,
Glenn. What's up, Mr. White?
Cocktails and combo.
Thank you for tuning in, brother. Listen to your wife. She kicking some knowledge over here. We like that.
Right, so
that cat done walked in the house. I'm about to turn the camera on you for a minute.
Wait
a minute, what is he doing here? Like, wait.
When it popped up, I was like, all right, I'm off. I'm just go over here and surprise.
Well, I'm these goddamn monkeys, uncle.
I do want everybody to know that as far as resources, I'm gonna give my number again. If you want a recumbent bike, let me stop. An air conditioner in the state of Michigan, they only going to give you an air conditioner between April and August because we're in Michigan. After that, they're not going to get it. I'm in the process right now of helping somebody get one. I helped a young lady last year get one. It's so many programs that's out here that will help you. You don't have to be in a house where you just have the one air conditioner or no central air. Your MS patients, we cannot get hot at all.
Okay, so answer this for me. I know you're speaking on MS because that is a topic, and that is your autoimmune deficiency disease. But are there RA because it's up under that umbrella? Can the same people with RA get those same amenities, or is there no? You have to have MS. Okay, that's what
You have to have MS. And that's another thing where I'm kind of torn between because there's other diseases that's out here that
fall up under the autoimmune deficiency.
That too, and like cancer, and they don't have all the resources that's out here. And I want people to know that whatever you may need, please call me, text me at 313-829-2894 or Victoria.
She's giving out her real shit.
This business
serious
number.
But it's still your real shit.
Yeah, that's my real number.
Her real shit.
Yeah, it's a business
This is not a association number. This is yours.
No, this is my personal
number. I keep jumping in and out, but Jate, my cousin, our cousin way over in Japan, says, great show. Glad you guys are using your platform to inform our community. One of my best friends has MS, and she's only 30. Suffered with some memory loss and sometimes couldn't walk, but she loves her ice pack vest.
Wow, that's right.
I never even knew that. I never knew that. I never knew that. See,
Yes. These are things that you need to be getting now. If you need a cooling vest, an air conditioner, whatever, contact me at 313-829-2894 or just email me at victoriaswithvicky@gmail.com. And the things that I'm telling you are things that I have already gotten already.
Even her glasses she have on her face. Tell that story.
Listen,
Okay.
look, she ain't got to. Y'all just missing it because her sister is.
No, because you took our phone.
I'm sorry.
He took our phone.
Her sister's killing me. She like, look, Vicky got everything free.
Yeah.
She said, I love Vicky. She's so smart and has always provided such good information. You're so right about that, Teresa. She said, I just referred a classmate with MS to Vicky so she could educate her. Because Vicky know her shit.
Yeah.
I like people that know their shit. You're welcome back on this show anytime. I'm sorry.
Look, okay, I'm gonna make a long story short. I needed some more glasses. When I was diagnosed with MS, I was diagnosed with optic neuritis, lost my sight and all that. So I contacted the National MS Foundation. Are you gonna have to do the paperwork and the leg work? Yeah. Anything you get for free, you're gonna have to do the leg work. So I went, they got the information. I went to Lynn's Crafters on 12 Mile and Telegraph. Now I didn't get no Coach, I didn't get no Cartier. I got these cute little glasses, this big old section of glasses they told me to get. I went today, had my eye exam. I called Marsha from the MS Foundation. She got the credit card, gave it to the people at Lynn's Crafters. I came back about 2 hours later, and now I have my glasses.
Boom.
Say it.
Give it that.
For free.
For free.
For free. And I'm not saying it, like, oh, I like free stuff. No, they want. I have.
We all like
right.
free stuff, Vicky.
But it's like she said though. It's good to know these resources out there.
Yes,
Because if we don't use them, we lose them.
Yeah.
So go look at research.
Even if you know people
email
that have I keep saying RA because my sister has it, but MS. Inform them of this. Tell them about our show. Have them watch it so they can just get this information.
You can go back to YouTube,
all the time.
Cocktail, Facebook. You can find it everywhere.
And all the time, don't think it's income based. They didn't ask me nothing about my income. She asked me one question. I have commercial insurance through my husband's job. They don't do eyeglasses, eye exams, or they don't get eyeglasses at all, eyewear at all. And she was like, okay, we're gonna get you some glasses. That was it. So all the time, they're not asking you for your income. They're not asking you for all of that.
They're not trying to be all in your business.
Exactly. They're not trying to be all in your business.
They always want.
And I'm gonna tell you this: I've been knowing Vicky for many years now. Our sons played on the Detroit Dolphins football team. That's how I was introduced to her. And even though Vicky is saying that she's been through hell and back, honestly, because that's what you're telling us. Like you have walked your MS down. I never knew it. I mean, she's out there. I'm talking about we have been sitting outside watching our baby. I'm talking about every practice, y'all, not gang. Every practice, we're sitting on the field together. And the sun or what have you, I did not know that Vicky had anything wrong with her. She never looked it. She never carried it. She never spoke on it. She never whined about it. She never talked about it. It was just like, I accepted what I have. It is what I have. And all you hear is, I'm going to Punta Cana, or I'm going to California, or I'm going to Chicago. That's all you heard.
That story you was telling me earlier about walking up to her on the football field, and it was her sister. Was it this?
Yeah, that was her.
Listen, Lily, I want you on this show. You got to come.
Y'all, Lily is her twin, and let me tell y'all,
to come on this show.
She is hilarious. She never even talked about her MS or her twin. Yes. She said her sister, but she never said twin. So one day on the football field, I'm like, "Hey, Vicky." Hey, Vicky. Now, Lily is just looking at me smiling because I'm quite sure this is common for them. And twins like to play games. So that's what they do. So I'm like, Vicky. Hey. And I said, Vicky? And she was like, no, I'm Vicky's twin.
Yes.
They're identical. And I was like, twin? I've been knowing Vicky for years. She never said she had a twin.
Listen, I just want to mention one thing before I forget, and it's totally off subject, but I meant to mention it last week, and I want to mention it this week. Right now, in these United States of America, our Miss America, our Miss Teen America, and our Miss Universe, Miss USA are all Black women. I just wanted to point that out. I meant to say that last week. I just wanted to say that again. Our Miss America Miss America, Miss Teen USA, and Miss and
A
Miss Universe
representation of
are
USA,
all
baby.
Black women. Yeah,
Yes.
all three of them are
Yes.
Black women. I just wanted to say, I meant to say that last week, and I totally forgot about it. I just want to make sure I got that in, because that's some proud shit right there.
Lily wanted to know why I'm fanning.
Oh yeah.
I'm having a private summer.
That's why I'm over here tripping out on her.
know
That's
why
why I
she
want her to come
fanning.
back.
You know why she fanning?
Look, she
She
put
got- she on the
it in
floor.
capital letters too. She about, look, Vicky, why are you fanning? She said, why am I fanning? She fanning because I transformed my hot flashes over to her. So listen, next time I want Vicky, Lily, and Teresa. Oh,
Baby!
y'all gotta come back.
Baby!
'Cause
We
y'all
gonna have a
who?
ball.
I know Margina, yay, go Black. I'm sorry,
I don't
go
mean to tell you, it's one thing
No,
I
go
wanted to
ahead.
say that I found out some information. Okay, it is called the Can Do Project. The Can Do Project is a MS non-profit organization. They actually go across the country and have meetings. Well, like I said, it's really serious between the age of 21 and 40. They actually have a MS meeting under the Can Do Project. You fill out the application online. It's called Take Charge. If you're 21 to 40, you need to go to this meeting. It's free. Google the Peabody Hotel because that's where it's at. It's in Memphis, Tennessee. It'll be free to you. You just got to get an airline ticket there. They do breakouts. It's a 3-day weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you're 21 to 40, fill out that application. Go and get those resources. A ticket ain't gonna cost you but $160 to Memphis, round trip.
On Spirit.
And, on Spirit. You right. On Spirit.
And I
I'm
love
serious.
Spirit.
I'm
Right.
serious.
Yeah.
On
Yeah, I like
and
that.
and if you don't, like I said, if you want more information about it, contact me at 313-829-2894. I give you the information. They want people to come to these meetings because they're trying to get this information out. I had a intense conversation with my neurologist today, and I asked her, I said, are all your patients getting younger or older? And she said they're getting younger. They used to diagnose you with MS until you was like in your 40s or your 50s. Let me just go back and say this. This is how time has changed since 1993. In 1993 wasn't that long ago.
No, my first son. No,
In
my-
1993,
mine.
the only medication you was getting for MS it's called beta seron. And they did it on a lottery pick. So all three of us could have MS. They would do a lottery pick. They didn't have enough medicine out, and they didn't have but one company to make it. And they did a lottery pick.
It was luck of the draw.
It was luck of the draw.
Oh my
Now
God.
it's 16 medications out here. That's why I'm so passionate about get on a treatment. It's important to get on
And
a
take your
treatment.
THC because
Yeah, that's important
these
too.
pharmaceuticals are surviving off
Yes.
your deficiency.
Yes.
Girl, that ain't tea, Teresa. That is not tea. That is
No.
that is a on the fly.
Okay.
It's called on the fly. You gotta go back and watch the episode in the beginning to
Mhm.
find out what's in it. It's called on the fly. That's what she drinking. That ain't no tea.
Exactly.
I know it looks like tea.
We don't do tea
We
here.
don't do tea here, baby.
It may
This
be
is like-
intoxicated
this is
tea.
cocktails. in
Right, it may be
combo.
intoxicated tea. But we don't do just plain
This
tea.
cocktails in combo.
And I want to say
I
to
was-
Teresa,
Yeah.
Teresa called me. No, Teresa texted me and she called me today.
Okay.
And Teresa said,
No,
"Vicky,
wait, oh look, I
want
was trying to get you. I was trying to catch
talk
you.
to one of my friends. They got MS.
You say you can't have
And
stuff that ain't all.
I can't wait to talk
It was
to
on
her
the, you
because
didn't see the
she
sign.
done had it for so long. I just want to, let her know. This is the thing. MS is my other family.
Mm-mm.
We are a family. We're all in
You about
this
to talk
together.
about it.
If we can't do nothing else, we can strike up a conversation. Because
Absolutely.
everything I'm going through, I bet you another person with MS or any immune deficiency disease, I bet you they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
So we pass the word along, people. We as a community need to open up and talk to one another. And most importantly, talk to your family, talk to your friends, however you may feel. If something is going wrong, don't hold it in. If you know that you got something, illness, don't hold it in. Talk to somebody about it. it is so important. Let me tell y'all something. These therapists out here ain't making all this money for nothing.
Say it.
Wait a minute.
And your insurance company covers it.
You be talking to people around the country. You a spokesperson. See, you an ambassador. We got an ambassador MS
Okay.
on this.
It's only okay. I'm gonna tell you what I do, but I can't really go into a lot of detail. But I can tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I do.
Okay, tell me what you do.
For the medication that I'm on, I take a Aubagio, which is a little blue pill. Not that blue pill. not that blue pill.
Not that blue pill.
Not that blue pill. But I take a little blue pill. About a year ago, I called Aubagio, Santa Fe Genzyme is the pharmaceutical company. I called them to talk to them about something. Talk 45 minutes on the phone to a lady. She said, you need to be an ambassador. I said, okay, what's that? She explained it to me. Long story short, I'm an ambassador now. I travel the country. Remember how I told you how you go to restaurants, you listen to the neurologist talk, and they have an ambassador? That's me.
They do
I
that
get
at
up.
my restaurant.
Yeah, Andiamo.
Yeah,
They do it at Andiamo's all the time. Right. They have an ambassador come up, and I'll tell my story about MS and about the medication. And I travel the country. That's what I do.
Oh wow.
And I love what I do. That's why it's so important for me to let people know you're not alone in this. You're not alone in this. We're in this together. If you in the middle of the night, I don't care what time it is, and you feel like you want to talk, call me. Call me. 313-829-2894.
Say it one more time.
313-829-2894. Because at one point, I had to learn to open up and to talk about different things. We as a community, because I don't want to put a color on it, because it's everybody. We as a community, we need to learn to do that to one another. And that's what I'm here for. You know, I try to help people all over. And the most important part is, I never forget, I was at Fishballs at an MS meeting. There was a man and his wife there. I listened to people. He telling me and he talking and was like, oh yeah, I said, well, I don't have no computer. At the time I didn't have my computer was down. I said, I don't have no computer, I go to the library. He said, well, just get you a laptop, call the MS Foundation. I was like, what? He said, they want you to have a computer so you can sign up for the meeting and do the webinars. And that's been 3 years ago. I got a recumbent bike because they want you to exercise through the National MS Society for free. These are things they want you to, because we have to exercise. Yoga, free, because they want you to exercise.
Resources.
It's a whole lot more resources out here, you all. But the thing is, if I don't tell you, Vicky don't tell you, nobody else not gonna tell you. We just gonna put it that way. We're gonna put it that way. Nobody else not gonna tell you. Because a lot of things I had to find out on my own by calling the MS Society, the MS Foundation, the Can Do Project. It was a company. I don't know why this company closed. Somebody needed an air conditioner and they called me. So I found this company called Step It Up MS out in Southfield. She didn't want to do the work for the leg work. I said, okay, you need to go to Home Depot and get a price on the air conditioner. They gave her up to $800.
For air conditioner?
Do you know what kind of air conditioner she got? She got a good one. For air conditioner. $800.
That was good.
Right.
$800.
My point is,
I didn't even know they come that high. That's first of all.
She got a big one. She got a big air conditioner.
It better be.
All you got to do is do the leg work. They don't want you to be hot. Florida get air conditioners all year round. But Detroit, we don't. We don't get it all year round. So if you guys want any information, want to conversate or talk, 313-829-2894 or email me, victoriouswithvicky@gmail.com. I am willing to help, to talk. If you want to know the resources, if you want to know what type of medicines that's out here,
Mhm.
or what medicines I've been on and how I'm doing on them, how I did on other medications in the past, I'm willing to talk to you all and let you know, because I'm passionate and it's so important that we get involved with this.
Margina says thank you.
You're welcome.
And I want to
Yes,
thank you,
thank
Vicky, for coming on the show and telling your story.
Thank you. Thank you.
And to be open about it,
Thank
because a lot of people don't talk.
No, they don't.
And we appreciate it, and that's what this platform is about. This is kind of to bring people out, get this information out,
Yes.
and let's stop being silent about what we need to not be silent about.
And you know what? I appreciate what you all are doing, because I was so excited today to come on here, because I look at this as a community base.
And it is.
It's a community base, and you guys are sending out a message. You guys talk about a little of everything, and that's what I enjoy. Whether it be good, whether it be bad, whether it be funny, whether it be not, it don't matter. You guys are getting it out, and people are listening.
Yes.
You know, you always got to look at it like this. It's not about how many people you help, as long as you help one person.
Say it.
That's all that matters. Because if you know you help that one person, that means you can help one more. That's two people. It'll get around. It'll get around. So I appreciate this platform right here.
Well,
Thank you. We appreciate you. Listen.
Well, thank y'all for
Thank you
watching
guys.
another episode of Cocktails and Convo. Where we drink everything.
We talk about
No.
do all that. We do all that. We check everything.
Yeah, talk
about
about
everything.
everything. But
Yeah.
we keep it funny, we keep it serious, but we definitely keep it informative.
And keep it real.
And we keep it real.
Love is good.
All the time.
All the time.
Love is good.
Good night, folks.
All right, y'all. See
Thanks
y'all
for
next
having
week.
me.
Thank you, Vicky.
This was a lot of fun, guys.
Yes, you gotta come back, baby.
Yeah.
No, seriously, you do gotta come back.
I do, because as far as it's on. I'm gonna find out some information.